Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the wildflower seeds I picked up in the yard. What was it, a week ago now? This time, instead of showing you dead brown things and telling you how beautiful they are, I will actually put some photos, if I'm capable of it, in the video too. So I'll just start with what is not a native seed, and that's marigolds. So this is really nice. I got enough to last a lifetime here. Okay, we got bee balm here. And I never showed you in the yard, but in the center where the post is coming up in the yard, and I got the weird birdhouse that looks like a cat, I'm doing bee balm in that whole area there. And of course, it attracts bees. And these come up pretty early in the spring. They're like a lavender type flower, and they're not very tall, maybe 2 foot tall, and the foliage on it stays all winter long, so you get the flowers pretty early in the spring. I'm thinking around May. And it's really nice because it's one of the first flowers in my yard I do get up. Okay, and let's see what we got. I got side oats grama, which is a grass, a native grass. And you probably wouldn't be too interested in that. Okay, I got the sweet cone flower, which I told you is just like the black-eyed Susan. In fact, you can also look it up by the name of sweet black-eyed Susan. But what it does is it looks like the black-eyed Susan, but it gets over my head. I'm almost 6 feet, so it gets about 6 feet tall. And it clumps. It grows in a clump, which is really love this plant. And I put it on the side of my yard. And if you want to see some of these where they are, well, this wasn't bloomed at the time. Of course not, because I didn't start my YouTube videos until September. But this comes out in August. But I showed you the dead stalks on the side of my yard where they are. So there you go. I'll try to find a picture of this on the internet and show it to you. Okay, so this is aromatic aster, and it's very low growing aster. And let's see, it was in my October walk through my native garden, and it comes out, boy, it was pretty late. It was in October, like I said, where the New England aster was coming out in September, and that can get way over my head. I have to cut that back because, and even the ones I cut back ended up falling on the ground. But if you cut them back in about June, they stay upright at the end of the year. And these are wonderful. Like I said, these come out in September, and really, most of the color in my yard is coming from these asters later in the year. You passing through? Give us a moment. You would think he's the only cat I have, but he's not. He has a brother and sister, though you will never see them bothering me. Okay, so the next one is wild bergamot, and it looks just like the bee balm, but it is tall. 3 or 4 feet tall, and it's a little bit more of an aggressive spreader, but fantastic to have in the garden. I had it in the front, ended up moving it to the back gardens because it does kind of want to take over an area. I think they are in the mint family. These are almost a must-have in your gardens. These are wonderful, and this is wild bergamot, and it also has like a lavender flower on it. Really nice. But you're just going to sit right there. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about the cardinal flowers. And I definitely have a photo of this I'm going to stick there for you. And this is in my hummingbird garden, that's what I like to call it. These things are beautiful. And the reason why I do lose them when I do is because they are a moisture-loving plant. Their native environment is like by a creek or a river or something like that. So I have to really kind of just once a week make sure they get watered in my yard. I lose them in the wintertime if I don't pay attention. I never really thought there were droughts in the winter, but apparently if you have a whole month where you're not having any kind of precipitation in the wintertime, I can lose these. And this is the second time I've lost some. I did get 2 of them. Well, I'm holding up the wrong thing here. That's not a cardinal flower. I have it actually in this bag here. But I had cardinal flower written on this and I crossed it off. Anyway, I'm sorry. So it is a red flower. It's unmistakable red flower. And the hummingbirds love it. And I love it. It gets about 3 feet tall, but really nice. They come back every year as long as they're in a fairly moist environment. But I do love them, and the hummingbirds love them. Okay, so what I actually have in here, I crossed off cardinal flower, and I do have this cardinal flowers. They're over in the window. Oh my God, the seeds on these things are microscopic. I have them in here, and now I'm wondering how am I going to get. I went online to see what the actual seed was, and they're just tiny little translucent things. So I'm wondering how I'm going to get this out of that nylon, but I'll figure a way. I do have some over there. They just fall out. You just touch them and they fall out. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off subject here. What I do have in this bag is a Rose of Sharon, which is, of course, is I believe from Korea. And I love Rose of Sharons. And I do have other plants in my yard, things I've run into over the years that I really like. And this is a Rose of Sharon. It's over on the side of my house, the front yard. I've had it. I had in my, oh my God, there's a spider in there. In my original house, there was a ton of these in the yard when I moved in. So I took seeds when I left, and and they just follow me wherever I move. The Rose of Sharon is kind of a purplish pink color Rose of Sharon. And they are wonderful plants. And to tell you the truth, I couldn't get anything to grow on that side of my house because it's a sandy, very hot southwest sun. And that was the first thing that took off there. And it figures it would. Okay, where were we? Some more marigold. Okay, so what I have in this jar and in this one is prairie blazing stars. And really neat flower. Once again, this comes out in June. Lots of seeds. I'm not even going to bother taking them off the thing. Just leave them there. Anyway, really cool flower. And this, along with the purple coneflower, the echinacea, they're just absolutely beautiful together, and they both come out at the same time. And funny, I was looking on the in my native plant book, and it says between July and September, but not here. It doesn't. These are, I have pictures of these, and these are here in June and July. And at least in my area they are, because I have nothing growing in August. That's why I'm trying to find things that will bloom in August. So these aren't here in my area in June or in August. They are here in June and July. And so that's pretty nice. And those are two wonderful flowers. I'm sure you've heard of echinacea before, or purple coneflower. And I don't have them here because they're out in my yard. And I can get them anytime, but I have plenty of them. unless the rabbits eat them all, and then I'm not going to have any. Okay, this is the goldenrod I got from my neighbor's yard. I have 2 goldenrods in my yard, and I believe one of them is called a showy goldenrod, and the other is, and I can't remember what the other. There's a short one, and I can't remember what that's called. Anyway, this is the 3rd kind. I found it growing in my neighbor's yard, and I took the seeds off of it. Goldenrods come out, they were coming out in what? It was September, so the same time the New England asters are. And if you look at my September walk through my native garden video, you will see these things are just covered in pollinators. So goldenrod's good plant. And I think that is it. Wild bergamot, New England asters, yeah, aromatic aster. We got the Rose of Sharon. Oh my gosh, my number 1 and what started me on it was Indian pink. And I do have a photo of this from taken a couple years ago. These things are so cool, and they grow in a clump, almost like a little bush, and red trumpet flowers with yellow coming out the middle. And I got them in my hummingbird garden over there. And a lot of these like this, shade, they're woodland flowers, so shade, a little sun is fine. I got a few of those like that where you don't really need full sun. The taller ones generally need the full sun. The smaller ones like this are okay with like partial sun. I'm trying to think. This is a really cool flower. I really like this, and I've been wanting some, but these are the ones where the seed will pop off when it's ready and fly through the air. So I got some here, and these actually come out in May, I believe May. But Indian pink, lovely woodland flower, and hummingbird magnet. So that's about it that I did get. What it is I'm getting these, and I don't really need like the wild bergamot or the New England aster seeds or any of these seeds, but I thought if anybody else would be interested and would like to try these, just email me. I'll put my email below, and I want to share them with you. I believe in giving and getting people started on the native flowers. So give it a try. See if any of them will work in your area. A lot of these will. I know the cardinal flower is in a growing zone 1 to 10. That I have a ton of St. John's wort out there, which is a shrub, and it says June to August. I don't know, it's definitely here in June. And beautiful, full of pollinators. And I also, because I didn't want to wait for next spring, I ordered from the Missouri Wildflower Nursery, I ordered some wild geranium seeds. And also that is a magnificent plant. It starts off as a little clump. And it gets bigger every year. And the flowers, even after the flowers bloom, which I believe they bloom in April and May, the plant stays there, and it's a nice domed, pretty little plant, and I just love it. And I did have one volunteer come up, but I'm really paranoid about transplanting it, because the last one I tried to transplant didn't take. So I got seeds, and I do have some extra seeds on that if anybody wants to try that. It is also a woodland flower, sunshade type thing, and it'll do really good. So that's about it. Don't hesitate to get a hold of me if you would like to even just try these. I will I will give you what I have if I have it. So thanks for dropping by today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.